Hey everyone, how's it going? Onita here. Today's reading vlog is going to be reading Japanese translated books. I've got some books. I got 4. 3 of them are smaller. The last one is a little bit on the chunky side. So let's just start off with the chunky one, shall we? Battle Royale. This is pretty much described as Japanese Hunger Games with a bit of a Lord of the Flies going for it. And it's about these high school students that have been dropped off on this island, and these high school students have to fight to the death to be the only one left standing. Does kind of give you Hunger Games, doesn't it? I then have The Boy and the Dog. This one follows a tsunami happened and this dog gets misplaced or displaced. This dog goes missing. He loses his owner and it's pretty much him finding his way back to his owner, and he travels through the Japan countryside where this dog meets different people or comes across different people until he gets to meet his owner. I then have a very hyped Japanese book, Before the Coffee Gets Cold. It is about this cafe where you have to sit in a particular spot and you get to see your loved ones. I'm not sure if these loved ones are deceased, but you sit in a spot in this cafe, you see your loved ones again, but I think there's a bit of a time limit. And I've heard this one is quite tear-jerking and quite emotional and heartwarming. And the last book I want to read for this reading vlog is a bit of a short one and one that I will start off with. That is She and Her Cat, and as far as I know, and as far as I can tell, it is about a woman and her cat. A cute little kitty. Like a cute. So adorable. We've talked about the books. Let's get into the reading. Next day, I have an update. I have finished She and Her Cat. I didn't get to update you yesterday because it was pretty much near midnight when I finished this book. Just had a lot going on yesterday. One thing I did not know about this book is that it follows 4 women, not just one woman, 4 women. All of these women are interconnected with one another, and all of these cats. So each woman has a cat now during a difficult time in their life to help them. The one cat that these women have, they're like a saving grace for these women. And these cats as well are kind of interconnected with one another, and it was beautiful. Like I was quite sad for these women, some of the things that they went through. These cats, we get the cat's perspective. We get the kitty cat's perspective, and it's awesome. Like, just to see what their thought process would have been. Like, we don't know animals' thoughts, but it's really, really fascinating to see it. So cool and interesting and unique to see it in a book. And just to get an idea of what your pets and what our pets think of. An awesome read. I gave this 4 stars. Really had a good time with it. It's nice and short. It's a little over 150 pages, so you should be able to get it done in a day, in an afternoon, evening, morning, a day, whichever, whatever. The next book I want to read is Before the Coffee Gets Cold. This is a very popular book. It's the first in a series. Like all books I pick up, every book I seem to be picking up now is a series. And I want more standalones. Stop giving me series, people. I have a dilemma. I've had this dilemma for years. And it's to do with the fact that when a new movie comes out, I can't bring myself to go and watch it. I just lose all motivation to go and watch it in the cinema, in the movie theater. I don't know if it's because I had seen so many movies as a kid. Like, I watched a lot of freaking movies. It was ridiculous when I was a kid. And I don't know if watching all of those movies had a bit of a negative effect into my adulthood, or maybe there was just so many, like, uninteresting movies out there for me, or movies that have really disappointed me when I was an adult, or movies that I keep hearing such high praise about but turn out to be boring. I don't know what is happening with me with movies lately. It's really, really weird, because normally I would jump at the chance. Like the first 3 days, like within the first week, if there's a new movie out, bam, boom, I will go and watch it. It's just really, I don't know. It's just a really difficult time for me to watch a movie right now. And I don't know if it's because there is a lot of things going on in my life that I just can't have the focus. I don't have the focus. I'm kind of putting myself down a little bit, and I'm not allowing myself to enjoy those things like movies anymore. I don't know, but I will happily sit in front of my TV and watch a shit ton of YouTube. I don't know what else to say. I really don't. Other than I do have to get some things for my holiday. Then I'll come back and figure out what else I want to do for the rest of the day. But I do want it pretty chill because I do have to get up really early. Tomorrow morning I start at 6, so I have to be up at 4:30. Like, my body's used to it. It is. But at the same time, it's just like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Yeah, that's all I had to say. Reading is going good so far. Okay. It has been a while now and I can't remember what I have told you, but I think I told you that I finished this book and that I really enjoyed it. There's like interconnectedness between the women that we read about, like the women's perspectives and also the cat's perspectives that we get. I do remember saying that, but one thing I didn't say is that each part, because there's 4 parts and each part follows a different woman. There's really beautiful drawings for the women's perspectives that we get, and also to break up the chapters a little bit, a little kitty. See a little kitty? And we get like multiple little kitty cats, different positions of little kitty cats, and it's adorable. I have also read and completed Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikatsu Kawaguchi. Gave this one 4 stars. Really, really enjoyed it. I really like the rules that there are for this cafe, because in this cafe you can travel back in time and meet people in the past or talk to people in the past, and there's certain rules. The people that you meet in the past necessarily don't have to be dead. There are some characters that do follow a deceased family member, but it's not just that the person can be living. Like, there's certain rules that they have to follow as well, and it just makes it very, very interesting. I really like the rules that are set in place, and oh gosh, there's 2 stories. It's split up into different stories. So husband and wife and mother and child, those 2 stories really got me very, very teary. I was nearly crying, or even was crying. Very, very emotional. It was just a really, really good book. There's 5 books in this series. I think the 5th one is coming out in September, so I have 4 books to read, to catch up on, and I believe it's still following characters that come into this cafe and travel back in the past. And there's also like a bit of a twist as well. There's also something else you can do in this cafe, and I really liked that. I thought that was really fascinating. The owners of this cafe have this mystery about them. The characters, the owners of this cafe, are also like really central figures, I guess you could say. I guess you could say they're kind of like a main character, really. Oh my gosh, okay, I'm like tired. I got up at 4:30 this morning and I have to get up at 4:30 again today to go to work. I'm doing some extra shifts, but I just thought it was really interesting how it was written. I really loved it. Oh my gosh, wow. Wow, completely lost my train of thought. Yep, no, I completely lost my train of thought for what I was going to say. It has to do with the cafe owners, because there's more to them. I wasn't expecting them to be a central part like they are in the book, and I wonder if they're going to be a central part in other books. I'm not entirely sure, but I just thought it was really fascinating. It's life. It's a really good depiction about life and people's struggles. It felt realistic to me. Yeah, I really want to read the rest of the books in the series for this one. I have also have not made too much progress, but I have started The Boy and the Dog. I'm up to, I did just have a look, just say around page 30, which is chapter 5. I'm liking it. I really am. Bit of a theme going on with these books. A lot of characters. Oh, is that one too? She and Her Cat. I don't think She and Her Cat, but definitely this one. These 2 there are some characters that have dementia or Alzheimer's. It really depicts it in a good way of how hard it can be, and I'm liking it. I don't have too many thoughts about this one because I've pretty much just started it not long ago. Hopefully I can get it done in a reasonable amount of time. Fingers crossed. This one is following different people as well. Ooh, this one as well, just like She and Her Cat. This one has a map of Japan. I'm assuming of where the characters live, and also with the people that we follow. The people that we follow have different illustrations as well. And yep, I don't have too many more thoughts about it. It's showing real life people's struggles again, somewhat, and yeah, I'm enjoying it. That's the reading update so far. I really don't want to talk too much because I do have to get up early and I'm watching something right now that I'm really excited to watch. So that's pretty much my reading update. I'm gonna go lay back on my chair now. Alrighty-o, I have finished The Boy and the Dog and I cried. I was in a public space while I finished reading this book. I cried. I was like, oh my gosh, how dare you? How dare you? It was really good. It was a really good book. It talks about how the dogs have really heightened senses, really heightened abilities, and how dogs can save you. How dogs can give someone a second chance at life, a second outlook on life. It was beautiful. It was really beautiful. I'm gonna read to you some quotes on the back of the book and also in the book as well about the book. He was well aware that dogs had a special relationship to humans. Maybe it was God who sent them, or maybe Buddha. Who knew? But he knew they had been dispatched for the benefit of our foolish species. They understood the human heart and were attuned to it in a way that no other creature was. And then also in the inside flap as well, she remembered seeing a report on TV about a dog reunited with its owner after traveling a few hundred, or maybe it was a few thousand miles. Maybe dogs had powers that humans simply didn't have the capacity to fathom. Oh boy, some of those quotes really floored me. What I've noticed about these books that I read, these Japanese books that I read, is that it really gives you an outlook on people, on life, on the struggles of everyday people and what everyday people go through, and I really love books that are like that. I think I'm going to give this book a 4 stars. It was just a really good book for me. It was absolutely heartwarming, heart-wrenching. This dog has been through a lot. It took 5 years for this dog to be reunited with this person that he was journeying back to, and it was beautiful. It was really beautiful. I think this dog really did have special abilities because this dog helped so many people. I did not get a chance to read this book. It's a bit of a long one. This was always like a bit of a potential book for me to get to read in this reading vlog. It's okay because I have a reading vlog in August where I could potentially read this book. 3 books for this video. Yes, they were shorter, but still 3 books is better than nothing, and I consider this a success. I have given every one of these books 4 stars, loved them a lot, and like I said, a lot of these Japanese books that I read really give you an outlook on people, on life, on society, and how people struggle, how people cope. I'm gonna leave this video at that. This video, even though it was successful, I don't think it was very good. It's a stressful time in this household. I'm tired constantly, and I want my holiday. I got a month and a half-ish left to go, and I can't wait for it. I really can't. I don't see the stress going away anytime soon because next year is going to be stressful as well. I'm just tired. I really am. A lot of heavy adulting things. A lot of difficult, heavy, burdening, adulting things. This, yeah, I gotta go. I don't even know what to say. My brain is like half dead. If you've read these books, if you've liked them, please let me know. I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.